In Karnataka, the Congress has much to cheer. The Congress and Chief Minister Siddaramaiah seem to be on a firm footing with the victory in all three assembly constituencies that went for bypolls over the weekend. So what's the fallout of the results? Remember, what's the road ahead for the Congress? These elections were fought in the backdrop, remember, of the Muda allegations and the Waqf controversy in Karnataka. Emphatic win in the Channapatna seat in the old Mysore region, which was a prestige battle for the Congress President DK Shivakumar, and that's also a huge blow to Union Minister and JDS leader HD Kumaraswamy, whose son lost that seat there. What's next for Nikhil Kumaraswamy? Remember, a third loss in a row for him is also a big question. A blow for the BJP too, as former Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai's son lost the family bastion of Shiggaon, which Bommai had vacated after he won the Lok Sabha poll. So what do the results mean for the big players of Karnataka politics? Joining me this evening, Surbhi Hodigare of the BJP, Aga Sultan of the Congress, Professor Chandan Gowda and Professor Sandeep Shastri, who followed Karnataka politics very, very closely. My first question to you, Surbhi, These by-elections were fought in the backdrop of the Muda allegation and the Waqf controversy. Does this result reflect that the guarantees on the work of the state government and the Congress itself remains firmly in pole position on the ground in Karnataka, and those controversies don't politically, electorally matter to the Congress? Your first response.
Thank you for that question. First of all, I think, as the party that has lost these three bypoll elections, we take this very humbly. We take this as a moment of introspection and congratulate the voters as well as the Congress for having secured these three seats. Having said that, yes, there were a majority of issues that would put any ruling government to shame. In the last 2 years, the number of scams that have come up, the number of allegations that have come up, as well as acceptance of scam on the floor of the House in itself, has been a major dent to Karnataka politics. I don't believe that this is a referendum on any of the scams or a referendum on the ability of the state government to deliver its promised agenda. Yes, there were multiple factors that led to this result that we saw in the three by-elections. We must also remember that in the history of Karnataka elections in politics, when a state government is in power, the probability that they'll win the by-election is much higher. This was true when we were in power as well. I do think that going forward, there is a session for us to look forward to. We are not backing down on Muda. We are not backing down on the Valmiki scam, which that 187 crores money, does the question go away? And I'll end with this. I'll just say this.
Point taken. I just want to get Aga Khan into this now. Sir, while it's been projected as a reiteration of the victory of the government, is it adjustment politics at the grassroots that seem to have won again in Karnataka, as it has always been the case? And this is very less a referendum on the performance of the government. Your response very quickly.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. My name is Aga Sultan, not Aga Khan. I would like to correct you there. Definitely, the governance of Honorable CM, Mr. Siddaramaiah ji, and Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. DK Shivakumar ji, and the 5 guarantees that were implemented on the first cabinet itself has paved the way for the victory. And basically in Channapatna especially, Mr. Yogeshwar winning by 25,000 plus, Shiggaon 13,000 plus, Mr. Yasir Patan, and then Mrs. Annapurna 9,000 plus in Sandur. It is a big hat-trick. And see, anything is the mandate of the power of oath. When all three constituencies, Congress has remarkably performed, what more you want? The 18 months, 19 months of governance is there to see in the results. Definitely, it is good governance, and the guarantees which have helped the poor and needy at the grassroots level has paved the way for our victory. And this is just the beginning. And the Kannadigas, the Karnataka is such a lovely state. We are only for good development and good governance.
All right, you made your point. Both politicians have made their point. I'm going to go across to Professor Chandan Gowda now to understand the intricacies of this verdict and the implications of it. The first one, Chandan Gowda, is as far as Channapatna is concerned, Nikhil Kumaraswamy's third defeat in the electoral fray, with Prajwal Revanna not expected to recover from the kind of allegations that he's facing and the case that he's facing. Nikhil Kumaraswamy's electoral career not taking off. What does that mean for Gen Next of the JDS? Very quickly, and how much of a prestige blow is it for HD Kumaraswamy in Channapatna?
Veera, the three defeats will not mean anything as far as Nikhil Kumaraswamy's position in the party goes. He will continue to be the next generation leader, and he will seek the mandate another time whenever that occasion arises. Because I don't see anyone else, like you said, Prajwal is in trouble, and there's no one that within the family who's laying claim to take over from Nikhil. So that's, I think, irrespective of the Channapatna outcome. Yes, I mean, the party has taken a big hit, and it's a time for deep introspection, if you ask me, because it's the first assembly election they've gone to after hooking up with the NDA during the last Lok Sabha elections, which has meant a clear sense for how the traditional support base is responding to that decision. So a portion of the Muslims who were with the JDS are not with them any longer. A portion of the OBCs are not with them anymore. And I think a portion of the Dalits are also feeling uncomfortable about aligning with a party that's gone with the BJP, at least in South Karnataka. Now, this is alarming for the party because that was its winning combination. Although it is seen as a Vokkaliga party, it always relied on a section of Vokkaligas and a section of these other big community voter base. Now, the implications of the Channapatna election will be felt across its traditional stronghold in South Karnataka. So whether the JDS will try to now work on its separateness, ideological separateness, regain the trust of these communities and show that it's there with the NDA for now, it may not be with them forever, it will be an independent party, or whether it will succumb to the pressures of a central government that is ruled by the NDA and eventually go with them for a longer time than anyone would expect, remains to be seen. Both options are open, the second being the more tempting option, I think, for them.
Okay, you made a point as far as the long road ahead in front of the JDS. Sandeep Shastri, you have observed all of it. You've heard the politicians. You've also heard Professor Chandan Gowda speak. I'm going to devote the rest of the time we have on this discussion to that one crucial factor of adjustment politics, quote unquote, of Karnataka. In fact, DK Shivakumar, the Deputy Chief Minister, who's had a huge boost with the win at Channapatna, says even some BJP leaders helped out CP Yogeshwar's campaign there in Channapatna, resulting in his victory. Is this again firm proof that irrespective of what the realities are in the rest of the country, whether it is Maharashtra or elsewhere, in Karnataka, the core local political equations and grassroots realities are what determine the final result, not the big controversies or the campaigns that we see in the headlines?
Veera, point number one, let's remember these were by-elections which have specificities in the area where it is held. And I think it is a significant setback for the BJP and the JDS that they were not able to retain their seats. And of course, a huge boost to the Congress to achieve this hat trick. Having said that, I'll immediately add that winning all the three seats will not in any way take away attention from the larger issues in Karnataka politics. I think the government will need to get its act together. Very clearly, in one of our post-poll studies in Channapatna, we found that there was tremendous support for the 5 guarantees that the Congress government is implementing. And I think it's important that they don't take away attention from that factor. Our poll also showed that people saw the Channapatna battle as a battle between DK Shivakumar and HD Kumaraswamy. I would agree with Chandan when he talked about the JDS having to seriously revisit its approach. But I don't think it's just the JDS. I think even the BJP would need to do that. Because keeping the alliance together, how does it benefit both the sides, I think is a crucial question. And I think the JDS would need to seriously think about how the Vokkaliga base it has does not get eroded with this alliance with the BJP. Right. And the BJP, on the other hand, faces a challenge that Kumaraswamy should not be the spokesperson of the alliance in Karnataka, But having itself won so many seats and having 3 ministers in the government, they should be speaking on behalf of the alliance. So I think there is this challenge which both the BJP and the JDS have to address with regard to the future of their alliance.
Important points that you make there. Surabhi Horigare, does this put the BJP on a back foot as far as its challenge on the guarantee scheme? Because as Professor Shastri is pointing out, the guarantees remain extremely strong at the grassroots. And B, does it also show the intricacies of the BJP-JDS alliance in the old Mysore region? Quick response from you.
As much as there are local factors, there are state-related factors that determine election outcomes. We are also a national party, and as you've seen in Maharashtra, one Lok Sabha loss 6 months ago has led to has brought us to an assembly election victory. We learn fast, we're quick on our feet. We again appreciate that the mandate of the people have been incredibly decisive, which means that we are back in our drawing room, we're figuring things out. Having said that, it's not just about whether figuring out in southern Karnataka or in Channapatna what happened, what did not, where our alliance with the JDS stands. As of now, there is no big thought process on that front. But going forward, it's about bringing out these, we probably have to work harder to ensure that the very apparent issues that you're seeing on your TV screens every day is not settling into the voters' mind. We work on that, ensure that that comes through. That is our challenge, and that is what we are going to be doing.
Aga Sultan, it's just a by-election victory. Things keep changing in politics is what Surabhi is saying, that eventually the issues that they've been raising will continue to remain the forefront of it. Is it too much of a boost to read from a by-election victory?
Mr. Shastri told a very pertinent point. He advised that the guarantees schemes should be, implement more than implementation. It should reach the grassroots level. I would like to tell the viewers that Honorable Chief Minister and Honorable DCM, we have formed a committee, one chairman of the cabinet rank and vice chairman at state rank, to monitor the implementation of the guarantee scheme at the state level. Then at every district level, we have another guarantee committee of 10 members in every district level. So the guarantee schemes are there to be implemented. It will stay as long as the Congress governs, number one. Number two, the work done by Mr. Yogeshwar in Channapatna was also very laudable. He had done wonderful work in irrigation, connecting the Iblur barrage to many ponds. Coming to Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, I would like to say today he is the undisputed leader of the Okaligas. I mean, no one can challenge him at the moment. Okay. And also with Mr. Siddaramaiah ji, Honorable CM, he is an undisputed Ahinda leader, a great mass leader. So we have twin supersonic engine here in Karnataka, more than the double engine at Delhi.
Okay, and when you say two supersonic engines, I'm going to slip in this one quick question. When you say two supersonic engines, is it very clear which engine is ahead and which engine is going to be behind all through the 5 years? Or is that churning and that internal battle still something the Congress is worried about?
Good question. I laud you for this. I am thick in politics too. I have seen them work shoulder to shoulder. Can you tell me one statement of any of the two criticizing each other? Never. One statement. Both are working in tandem. That is called supersonic double engine. And believe me, the kind of understanding these two have
You've given
is
a
fantastic.
definition.
Sorry?
You've given a definition of supersonic double engine. I just want 20 seconds each, Chandan Gowda as well as Sandeep Shastri, the key big takeaways for the road ahead as far as the Congress is concerned. Does this negate most of the controversies that the party was facing just ahead of the bypolls? Quick responses from Chandan Gowda first and then Sandeep Shastri, last word.
Veera, you're absolutely right. These three by-election victories have given them a second chance to regroup and get their act together after that fabulous mandate they got in the Vidhan Sabha elections 2 years ago. Because soon after the win, we saw that the government wasn't able to consolidate the public impressions around it, right? Although the schemes were underway, etc., there was enormous confusion. Then the scams broke out, and it seemed like Shastri, there was little coordination in how the government was dealing with the public. No, Veera. So here's a second chance for them to do something about it on multiple fronts. Let's see what happens.
Right.
Veera, a quick point.
Sandeep Shastri, quick.
The by-election results do not negate the larger questions on the performance of the government. The government needs to get its act together and demonstrate performance. They are approaching halfway down their term, and this has always been a crucial time for governments. Do they move forward from there at the supersonic speed that our friend is talking about, or does that supersonic speed result in movement forward and not knowing which direction you have gone in? That, I think, is the important question.
Okay, important note to end this conversation on. Thanks to all four of you for joining us here on this conversation.